chance is all you get to win this F-Zero Grand Prix, or you know the price of failure.
Yes, yes, I can win it this time. I swear.
Alright, evening everybody, we know who we are by now. Welcome to another live stream. I hope you're having a nice afternoon. It feels like a good afternoon. It did rain a little bit. It's a little bit lighter now in the air. The air feels lighter. That feels fantastic. We're here to do, well, we're carrying on from Friday. After an unexpectedly fun stream last week with the return of F-Zero GX. Getting through the Grand Prix levels pretty quickly. Getting up to speed very quickly. And now we're going to try and, well, this is a completionist stream. We're not going to stop until we've completed this mode. Of course, so you're all aware now, I did the first 3 chapters in the last stream, but since somebody wants to play it, since someone wants to play the introduction cutscene again, we shall oblige.
Wait, just give me one more chance.
One more chance is all you get to win this F-Zero Grand Prix, or you know the price of failure.
Yes, yes, I can win it this time. I swear.
That should be the other running gag of the stream, by the way. You're new. Anyway, now, let me just show you what progress I've done so far. I've done all 3 difficulties on Chapter 1. I've done only normal on Chapter 2. And I've done all 3 difficulties on Chapter 3. But since we're doing this from the very beginning, we start at the very beginning. So as we see, EAD, Gazelle, Pico, Billy, Jack Levin, Octoman, and a few others I couldn't quite name. Antonio Augusta, that's another one. James McLeod, look at Black Shadow destroying lightning. But that's not the person of attention. It's this guy, Captain Falcon, arriving at his secret base. So secret, in fact, you need the infrared head and heat screens to get in, which he does. He turns up to see his legendary machine, the Blue Falcon. He jumps in. He presses a few buttons to activate a simulator. And he prepares to practice. You know, I have a feeling that this is what... I know I'm going a little bit off peak here, but I think this is one of the reasons what inspired F1 teams to put their own simulators instead of going out of the track or everything. Simulation mode, level E. You can either do all acceleration or you can do max speed. I tend to do max speed because that's what I'm known for. This is what I prefer. I don't like doing the snaking wheel because it does damage your wrist in the long term, so do that sparingly. Alright, without further ado, let's jump. Just so you're aware, 80 seconds, 3 laps, and you have got to collect, I believe it's 25 here. It is 25, yeah. So the first capsules are easy to, first lot of capsules should be easy to collect. Take the right route. That's not quite a PB level. My PB's a 50. But it's a start. So, mission complete. We treat the cutscene with Falcon finishing his simulated run. We are clear to exit. Look at the details are there. View City Grand Prix is held at the National Stadium. And that's who it is. We'll see about that. And that's not snagging. That was when I was about my teens. So we've done the first chapter. Now we move on to the next difficulty, which is hard. Press the start one because we don't need to see the cutscenes. So we have a reduction. This is a big jump, by the way, in terms of time. Your time is reduced by 20 seconds, so you only have 60 seconds to get through the level. I'm trying to cater for newbies and experts. So as you see, the capsule placement is different and you have 5 extra capsules to collect. Yeah, we've got to do that again. It's because I missed the capsules on 2 laps. If you don't get the capsules, you fail. If you run out of time, you fail. That's not good. I missed that capsule. I'm kind of messing up here, aren't I? I did this first. I only did this after 2 attempts yesterday, on Friday. But now it's taking me a bit longer than that. You see, this is what happens when you miss the capsules. You see, I missed that 1 capsule down there. It's automatic instant fail. It's automatic fail if you cross the line without capsules. Easy? Right, let's go again. So what I tend to do is actually go for the inner levels one first on the boost, on the non-boost app. There we go. Better. So that's faster than what I've managed. It's not a million miles away from my PB though. I can't remember what it is though. It's somewhere in the 52. So I'm not that far off. As you saw, I was using a lot of Memento Turbo. Momentum Throttle, even, sorry. It's not Momentum Turbo, it's Momentum Throttle. So now we move on to very hard. Really? Anyway, now. Very hard. Same amount of time. You get the same amount of time as you do on hard. But check out the capsule placement. The capsule placements are different. Plus, you have 5 extra ones to collect. So you need 35 capsules. And to finish in the time limit. Oh, whoops. Oh. It's like any big error. Any big error, you're finished. Yeah, I've not done that right. I've not done that right at all. Yeah, I didn't do the pattern right there. So you shouldn't actually go for that play. What you should do is just focus on getting on the inside. I missed that one too. I think I only got one of them, didn't I? Well, yes, you can actually fly off this track. And now, what would happen if Falcon actually fell off the simulated track? Would it just crash and burn like it would normally? It begs a question, doesn't it? It must do. Because you can't really die in a simulator unless you're Lewis Hamilton and tuned. Now, hold on, that's a little bit too morbid. You get replaced. Oh, shoot. See, I'm 4 off. You can definitely tell this is done by the same guys who did Super Monkey Ball. Guys and girls who did Super Monkey Ball. You could just tell from the difficulty. And you know, Super Monkey Ball was a hard game in itself. Damn it! Stop running into the wall, man! You see, I had to slow down really... I had to slow down significantly to get those last capsules. That took me about 4 attempts. But you see, because of the way its placements are, it tests your ability to make quick, rational turns on the fly and still maintaining your speed. That's what that chapter teaches you. Now, the Vengeful Gore. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. This is actually going to go up in YouTube later. So if anyone's in the chat as well, if anyone can correct me on a few things, I'm open to it. Also, by the way, don't pay attention to the headpiece.
You stole the prize money from us last time. You will pay for that. That's a fine-looking machine you're driving, Falcon. You know the law here in Red Canyon. If you lose the race, you forfeit your machine. You can't back down now. The mighty Falcon can't back down from a challenge now, can he? Let's do it. All right then. The first one to that checkpoint over there is the winner. I can't lose in my fire stingray.
Yeah, brief history lesson for those who were wondering why on earth I was saying not about the headpiece. Just so you're aware, there is actually an offensive Japanese meaning behind the headpiece. I'm not going to say what it is, just look it up for yourself. And it's only been recently made to know, about 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe even a bit longer than that, that sort of design is offensive to Japanese people. Because it's related to their war efforts in 1939 to 45. So when Ultimate came along, Gore's headpiece was redesigned so that it will be the Japanese character, I think it's kanji, of samurai. I don't have Ultimate right now, but just look at Samurai Gore in Ultimate and you'll see his kanji of samurai or sword, whichever one it is. But it's no longer the offended headpiece you see now. At the time, it was deemed socially acceptable. Kanji, yeah, thank you. So at the time when this was produced and when F-Zero was being done, it was acceptable. But nowadays, it's frowned upon. Right, let's go. Oh, no. No, don't do that! What was that? No, don't do that! Right, here we go. Take 2. Now, there was a reason for me failing up. Twice. What I'm trying to do is an advanced tech. See, I got it there. What I'm trying to do is an advanced tech known as shift boosting. It's when you briefly go off track and then you come back on again in the same frame. It doesn't work if you see it like that. But the trouble is, what makes it difficult is the aforementioned 1 frame. You've only got 1 frame to get it right. Otherwise, that happens. So you have to be instant. When you go off, you've got to get back on again. You've got to be instant. And I haven't done it this time. If I don't manage it in the next couple of attempts, I'll just do it the conventional way. And of course, Diesel's in the chat. Nice to see you, Mr. Diesel. Now, okay, so you see that spark there? That signifies that Gore got hit by a boulder. You've also got to pay attention to the boulder patterns. See where they go. See where it goes. try and avoid it, because if you get hit by a boulder, it takes about a quarter to a third of your energy. And when you're coming up to the last section, which we're just about to approach you need all the energy you can get. So with this track, it's about 21,000 meters, 21.5, so it's about 21.5 kilometers for Americas, which is around about, well, I can't remember the exact mass for miles, about see, I just did it the conventional. I had to do it the conventional way. You just go away. Wait, hold up. That's not Gore.
Falcon, I'm gonna get you in the Grand Prix.
I think the Stingray just went on strike because Gore was incompetent. Okay, so I didn't get a PB there. It's only in the 11 anyway, so no harm, no foul. So we've already explained about the headpiece. We've already explained the changes. What we haven't explained is what happens afterwards. Boulders are more frequent, and Gore... See what you did there. So anyway, as I was saying, the boulders are more frequent. Gore is a bit faster. Welcome, Roster. It's nice to see. It's good to see. It's good to see you, despite me not playing 99. So, as we said, Gore is faster on this part. You see, this is what happens when you don't get it one frame. You just can't make it back. As soon as it's deemed you're off course, you fail. There's a reason why speedruns always, 9 times out of 10, the speedruns do fail here. I'm not speedrunning technology yet. This is only... Oh. You see, the boulders are more frequent. Sometimes Gore does actually fall off, but it's incredibly rare. Hopefully I've not forgotten how hard this is actually. You see, that boulder doesn't want to go anywhere, does it? You can see where the boulders are going. You can actually squeeze it all the way down the inside there. You see, we're now catching up with Gore. Whoa! Yeah, we can't actually complete this. I missed the boost again. You see, what I'm trying to do is shift boosting, but I've only got one, as I've already explained. I've only got one frame to do it right, and that is the sticking point. Okay, this time I did get pushed off. If you clip it, if you find any funny if you find any funny fails, please clip it. That's one of them. You see, that's a shift boost. And again. Oh, oh. Wake up, you muppet! Hello, Redrock. Yeah, it's been a while. Seeing me playing a different F-Zero game. How you doing, by the way? You're decent at snaking. I do a little bit of snaking, but I don't do it because of my hands. Previous injuries on my wrist prevents me from snaking. And I prefer doing it the max speed way anyway. Which is kind of Which is strange, really, because in X, my preferred playstyle is slider. But this one, it's max speed, not jumper. I was just saying to James, if you find any funny fails I do while I try to do the story mode, please do clip them. Now this is where things start to get a little bit more tricky. Jesus. What? I did that deliberately because I know I can't do it. Yeah, no, yeah. What I'm saying is that what I'm saying, Red Rock, is that I don't do it because of my hands. That's all. That's taken half of my energy! That's taken... What? I know boulders are bad, but that took half my energy from 2 hits! Jesus. If I can actually survive this, that'd be amazing. That is one big boulder. Hey, back in the day, I did try snaking. It's not for me, though. Space flying is another matter. Because that's just, well... It's unconventional, and it goes against the spirit of what GX was supposed to be. That's all. That's why I don't particularly like it too much. Did I ever break... Did I either go off course or did I just break down? Yeah, absolutely. It can be a bit tricky though when things go against you. I was definitely playing it a little bit too close to the camera. I'm playing up. You see, that's why I'm trying to keep my energy bar at a good way. Okay, that was a me fail this time. My bag of talent was not as full as I thought it perhaps should be. We're gonna get some clippable moments here. This is just a start. Yeah, you see, that's what you're supposed to do. Whoa, get out of the way, get out of the way. No, boulders. No, go for gore, not for me. Hold on. No, just go for gore. Don't mind me, I just want a race. Also, if you are enjoying the stream today, please do consider following, liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, depending on whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. I am currently live on both platforms. Anyway, concentration mode now, so as we try and find a way... Oh, we don't talk about that. Yes, that was a me fail. I've done that successfully earlier tonight, and then I did it incorrectly there. Yeah, you've got the perfect title for that one. I was like, F-Zero streamer runs out of talent. You see, that was what I was supposed to have done. Oh. I had to use the rail side that time. But we got it in the end. We also get tickets. And some terrible body parts. Well, not as terrible as Gore, anyway. No, not really. It was probably my 7th or... Well, no, actually, it wasn't my 7th or 8th. It was probably my 12th. So we've done hard. Now it's on to very hard. Now, you saw how difficult hard was. This takes it up to another level. Alright. You see, this is why people just practice the shift booted technique while they're on normal difficulty. Not so many boulders. Almost fell off. It's a dangerous game. Nice check of the hide reference, by the way. Whoop! Okay. Whoa, no, not another one. Oh, no. It's alright. I'm fine. I'm not fine. No, I'm definitely not fine. No, I'm not fine. Nope, I am not fine. That one boulder hit killed me. That didn't work. Okay, I can see where this is going now. Definitely hit the button. I have forgotten how hard this chapter is at times. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, oh yeah, you can. But oh, we both hit the same thing! We both hit the same boulder! How often does that happen? I'll tell you what, if I can actually... Where's that going? Oh, it must have hit something. I just had to take the safety route in the end. Spark Moon. Another AX machine. Anyway, we're done with that chapter. Well, we managed to get through, and that was after 4 attempts, wasn't it? Something along those lines. Right. Now we've had that dealing with Gore and Red Canyon, we need to relax. But we've picked the wrong place to do it, haven't we? We've picked the wrong place. Just a question in chat. How much would 2 million space credits be worth in our currency?
You're the famous Falcon. Please, I beg of you, enter the bet race. What? Wait. Please, consider it an old man's last request.
6 euros.
Just calm down. We will shortly be closing registration for the next race. The next race is going to start.
Why am I holding a thing? No, never mind.
Hey, where do you think you're taking me?
Oh, don't drag him off! You know that old man? He's actually one of the racers you race in this game. Any guesses in the chat before we move on to actually getting on with this mission? True. True. Anyway, the guy there is Silver Nielsen, the oldest human. The oldest human racer in the game. And now we're racing on a story exclusive casino track. Let's race. Let's go. Okay, I didn't quite get the start I wanted there. So essentially what we need to do is race 3 laps. And finish. And then finish it first. Sounds simple, really. What I did there was a momentum turbo slide. So you do your tight turn, and then when you do that, you hold one shoulder button, and then you. That just jammed. Anyway, as I say, you do a tight turn. You do a tight turn, and then when you turn, say you're doing to the right, you hold your control stick in one and doing it on the right hand side, but you hold your left shoulder button. That's. I've got a feeling that. I've got a feeling my shoulder button's actually sticking here. No, actually, my control stick's sticking. Alright, we've done it though. That's the main thing. Yeah, I've already done this mission on Friday, but I'm a bit concerned about my control stick sticking in that one. A sticking control stick. Hey, he's a rich man now. Even richer now. Yeah, he's a rich man after that win, and he becomes even richer where Falcon forgoes his payment. Anyway, it's a PB though for that one. Not really, because I have gone quicker. We're now going to hard. Okay, so the objective is the same. You've got to win, but the opponents are that bit faster now. The one CPU you must watch under all circumstances is Mad Wolf, and that's Billy. Not with that bag of money, but hold on a minute. Yeah, for every 6 cent, it was every if you put it this way, every €6 you pay in and you win, you get 2,560 back. I would take my odds. I didn't quite get that. So what I'm doing is pushing the nose down and then lifting it back up again to make sure I keep the speed. There's a momentum rail. There's a momentum turbo side again. Remember, control seat to the right after you do the sharp turn, and then hold the left, and then hold the left shoulder pad. The only reason I don't actually hold the accelerator in the air is because it will cause the machine to slow down. See, I'm just focusing on getting it full. Yeah, 100%. You see, it's 2,560 and a half. If you looked on the rear screen. Okay, because we did go faster than my hard type, it saves. Right, so now let's move on to very hard. Same settings as usual. Every single chapter which I'm doing is max speed setting. There we go. That's the bump which that's the bonk which I needed. That's the bonk which I needed, by the way. Oh, shoot. Missed it. I missed that jump. Do the slide again. I missed the jump. That's going to be a problem. Well, we recovered it. But you see, despite that mistake which I made, still managed to get that comfortably. So, Chapter 3 is one of the easier chapters in this mode. We are getting on to what is the equivalent of F-Zero X's Death Race. So we see Falcon now in hot pursuit to try and stop Black Shadow in the lightning area. He is, however, ambushed.
The gangs. So you want to play? Guys, the party's just starting.
Is it me or do you find the issue with no safety belts a bit concerning? Because I would if you were going nearly 600 miles an hour. What do you think? I find I could say, yeah, just over 600 miles an hour. I would be concerned, because if no safety belts, you're just going to go in the windshield and we'll probably never see you again. Alright, so the objective here is that you've got to take out Michael Chain regardless. You've got to win and you've got to take out Michael Chain. Now, preferably, you would have actually wanted to get ahead of that group so you allowed the others to catch up. So that you could, you see, is when we're coming over the bridge, it's going to be a boost section. So what you need to do is allow them to catch up. Check underneath. So every time you get a KO, every time you get a hit, you may be wondering at this point, am I going to catch Chain? You will. Just keep close to him. You see that little lighting area bit? That's the finish line. You've got to get Chain destroyed before you reach there. If you actually get ahead of him, you still fail the mission because you haven't destroyed him. So keep that in mind. If you don't finish first, you fail. If you finish first but don't destroy Chain, you fail. You have to satisfy both conditions. Oh, shit. Finger slip. I pressed the wrong button. I was meant to press B, but I pressed Y instead. Finger slip. Hey. I can't read the tag properly, sorry. Is that itty? I can't tell. No, it's not. I can't tell. I will read it after this one. No, that's what I was saying. You may be wondering why Chain has shot off into the distance, why I've shot off into the distance. When we get under 5,000 meters or 5 kilometers, he will slow down and try and take me out. The trouble is, you've got to succeed in destroying it, and you've got to finish it first. You see, I've now satisfied destroying Chain. I've just got to get ahead of everybody now. So all I need to do is just let it get to cross the line, check the map, check the distance. We're there. Oh, it is an E. Hello. We've now unlocked the next chapter, but we're staying on here to do the next difficulties.
Oh no! After Falcon! Don't lose him!
Not in your life, mate. See ya.
Go! Go after it! What are you doing?
All mouth, no trousers. So that took me 2 attempts because I finger slipped. I boosted instead of braked. I finger slipped there. I did the boost instead of the brake. Okay, so now we're going to a hard now. We're going to hard. Everywhere's a little bit faster, more durable, and more aggressive. So they will be attacking you a lot more with their spin attacks. Is what I'm trying to say here. You mean there's another? You mean somebody else is dead now? Yep. I just had to say that, didn't I? Alright, so here we go. Whoops. I messed up that. So what I'm doing here is just leaving a little bit of energy in play because I know Chain's going to be more durable, he's going to be more aggressive. So, and he will take a bit more energy out of me. So what I'm doing here is leaving a buffer. I'm leaving an energy buffer so that in any case anything were to happen to me, I've got that little bit extra energy to play with so I don't get destroyed straight away. Well, that's the idea anyway. When it gets to 5k, he will slow down. Now is the time he will start attacking me, but you've got to get the attack done first. You see, I had to break there. Cut the power down, and we're across. And more useless parts. More useless parts, eh? Now, this is where things get tricky. Because we saw how hard it was on hard. This takes it to another level. Like I said, on chapter 2. They're even more aggressive and have more energy. And they're faster, more durable, and more aggressive. Is that... yeah, it's max. So, with all those in mind, this is going to be a problem. Let's go. Yeah, size attack. That's not ideal, to be honest. And when they do actually close up, when you close up the chain and if the other ones close up to you as well, they will form a barrier, making it difficult for you to get to Michael. Okay. I was cutting it fine there, wasn't I? and you get the OP machine for doing it. This did actually challenge me when I was younger, but now I've got the rough idea what I'm supposed to be doing. It's much easier. Although I was cutting it extremely fine there. We now need to exit this mode. We got to do some shopping. Just a bit. Just a bit. Alright, we've got 175 tickets now. So, the Jody ticket will cost 35. While we're at it, we might as well buy the last AX one, which will automatically unlock the AX Cup. Yeah, so we bought the AX tracks while we're at it. This should unlock the AX Cup. Now, I'm not doing this today. Yeah, there we go. I'm doing the Masterclasses tomorrow. So anyway, we move on to Chapter 5. We've now dealt our disturbance with the bloody chain gun as this node. We've applied lightning, but the Federation has got there first, and they have been overpowered by Black Shadow, which leaves a precarious situation that needs to be dealt with.
Are you alright? Jody's still inside the building. Wait there. Jody!
You still need to do Master. Hey, look at it this way. Master difficulty on the GP will allow you to get used to the mechanics. Story mode is when they are tested. So this story mode will test you. Think of it that way. Chapter 5, yes, it's simple on the premise, but when you dive into it, it's actually not that simple. So, we've got to get out of here with Jody, picking up energy capsules along the way. Energy capsules are equivalent to our pit, because there's no pit area in the tunnel. I missed on the energy one, but that doesn't matter. So what I'm doing here is making sure you've got to make sure I'm playing softly here. You've got to make sure you squeeze through wherever the gaps are. And I just about made it. Okay, that was actually sloppy, but we got through on the first attempt. So we successfully saved Jody.
Jody! Black Shadow.
Good luck. You haven't played GX in 12 years. That's longer than I have. For me, it's about 5 years. Ads? If you're stuck behind the advertisement wall, you can subscribe via Tier 1 or Amazon Prime. Yeah, it is the advertisement wall. Okay, so we've done Chapter 1. No, Chapter 1, Chapter 5, the first part. We're now going to be doing the second part. Once we're out of that, once it is out of ads, we can jump back in. Oh, just so you're aware, pressing the B button makes you go back to the menu. Okay, so the hard mission reduces the time limit by 5 seconds and reduces the energy you gain from the energy capsules. Too far to the left. Holy Spider. What a name. Anyway, as I was saying, right, so this chapter tests your precision. Precision. Actually, was that close to a PB or was that something else? I don't know, but I don't know. But it looks like it might have been, but I have to check that later. Well, I might check that now actually before we do anything else. What was that? Oh, sugar. So, as I was saying, if you want to avoid advertisement wars, please do consider subscribing via Tier 1 at Amazon Prime. It gives you advertisement-free rights for 30 days. And it helps me out in the long run. So please don't forget about that. Trying to find the hard chapter. Oh, not quite. Not quite. I was about 6/10 off. I thought that was going to be a PB. I'm actually one of the fastest when it comes to that non-snake level. So anyway, we move on to very hard now. 5 more seconds are taken off, and less energy from the energy capsules. Precision and speed are your friends. You've got to nail these two to get through. No! Ah! But as you see, you've got to be able to master the momentum throttling because it will give you an extra 100 kilometers. Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that one again. I missed an energy. I missed the capsule. Oh shoot! I definitely went through that. If you miss a capsule, your mission's basically over. I hit. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Just squeezed it in! Oh, that was a squeeze me, please moment. Whew. It's like suck it up. Oof. Squeeze me, please. Any room for a skinny one? Any room for a small one? Yeah, you get the idea. Whew. Right, back to the shop. Back to items. We can now buy Black Shadow's Trap, which is the next chapter. We're not touching the Big Blue Song yet. You know what? It is actually possible in the non-Japanese versions to clear the mission outside of the elapsed time. But you're only talking about half a second. It is possible. But you're only... It is possible to get through the chapter by going over the elapsed time allowed. But you're only talking about half a second, if that. Yeah, as you see. Yeah, you see the times here? Can't really see it too well because of the bright spark. It doesn't really like it too much. But anyway, I was just checking the scoreboards on Cyberscore. Which I still do from time to time, but I haven't played it in a long time. And there are times which are above the 40-second. And as I said, you're only talking about half a second. So, if you think of the film where there's an explosive thing inside of it that will explode when you go under a certain speed limit, this is your equivalent. Black Shadow's Trap. I won't spoil it any more than that.
Falcon, you've come to die. I needn't have wasted time looking for you then. Let's settle this at the Grand Prix. Not like this. It's the coward's way. The coward's way? You make it sound so noble. I just plan to eliminate anyone who stands between me and the prize. Simple as that. Falcon, take this! Ah! What are you doing? Come out, Blood Falcon. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Farewell, Captain Falcon. You and Blue Falcon can die together.
You can't go through... Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's the movie we're talking about. You were... Well, I couldn't stop. I could not go through that cutscene without looking at us, looking from me from a straight face. It's just so cheesy. It's... This is Naughty's cheesy level we're talking about here. Anyway, now, the 6th mission is that I have to go from the point at the very bottom, which is just coming towards me. Yeah, alright, forget it, YouTube. And then I have to get to the very top on the other side, which is the highest point. And I've got to do that without losing all my energy and while maintaining my speed over 700 kilometers. Seven is your favorite? Is the bomb? Is that a pun? Are you putting a pun in there, Roster? Because if it is, it's fitting. It's fitting. If it's I'll tell you what you just said there is fitting for this mission. And you've got 46,000 meters of this, so 46 kilometers. Ugh, yeah. So you could just do it the conventional way. You've got to make sure you don't hit the buses. Hit in the plates where you can. This will test your ability to keep your speed at the right level. You see, Chapter 1 tests your maneuverability. Chapter 2 tests your avoidability. Chapter 3 tests your race ability. Chapter 4 teaches you to get out of situations when you're surrounded. Chapter 5 tests your precision. Chapter 6 tests your ability to keep up your speed and precision. That corner I used to fail quite a bit because I didn't know how to do quick turn. Now, I'm not doing speed running tech here because it's a bit risky at this point. You may be wondering why I'm not boosting. There is a reason why I'm not boosting, and I will show it to you when we get there. Actually, you just saw it on the left-hand side. We're at the most bottom point now. Yeah, I hit the side, that's good. You see the right-hand side? That's full of dirt, which will slow you down, which is why I'm trying to keep my boost available. You see those big things? Avoid them, avoid them, because your life literally depends on it. Now we're coming up to a narrow section. Keep your control stick smooth and don't turn it too heavily. See, that was a warning shot. I got too close to the wall. Now we're heading into the start section, so what we need to do is boost over it. So what I did there was boost over the dart and make sure I maintain my speed by letting go of the throttle while I was doing the tight turns. It kept my speed up, which is good. So 2,000 meters, this is the last sticky point of the level. Got through that safely. Yeah, we got through that successfully. First try. I mean, that's a very convenient crane hook, isn't it? Okay, so we've done the first one. Now, let's move on to hard. Okay, so for the hard mission, the course is the same. You have less flexibility in terms of speed, so your minimum speed has been increased by 50 kilometers an hour, so you now have to keep your speed over 750 instead of 700, and there are more vehicles for you to avoid. You can't really skip that chapter very well. You can't skip the cutscene very well. So you start off at 937. We'll go 46,000 kilometers. We're going to keep the speed up. Let's go. What speedrunners tend to do is actually boost along this first section and then regain their energy by KOing the vehicles in front later on. Not the buses, because that's just, well, that's just life-changing. But what they are going to do, I'll show you in a minute, is that they go up to these machines. You can just see them there. You see those machines? They actually give you energy, but you need to be aware not to drop under 750 kilometers while you do so. Sometimes you may get a speed boost, but at the same time, you've actually gone underneath the minimum speed, which will cause the bomb to blow up. Many runs will end here because of that. So we managed to avoid that one. Yeah, you had stuff to do. That's fine, James. We got through Chapter 3 and 4 without too many issues. Chapter 5, we only had issue on very hard. And we are now on Chapter 6. The first part has gone through without issue. Remember, if you see any fails, please do clip them. Yeah, I got the side this time. Hitting the side of the dash plate gives you an extra bit of speed. So it's... Okay, I didn't get it that time. So instead of going from 1030 to 1200, you go from 1030 to 1230. Be aware of these buses. If they're on the left-hand side, they'll move to the left. If they're on the right, to the right. Ooh, almost got a bit panicky there. Precision is required in that section. It's so narrow, and you saw those machines like, yeah! Oh. Okay. That was a shaky one. You saw my speed drop to 900 briefly. You can just see in the distance that you can... You can just see in the distance the thrusters, which means that there are the buses. Almost. So just use the rest of your boost. Take off the throttle. We're done. No, we haven't got there yet. We're just coming up to it. More useless machines. More useless parts. You see, I'm making it look easy because I've done this before. But I tell you anything, it is not easy. You are looking at things just narrowly. You're tunnel vision into what's going on in front of you. So you're paying attention to your speed. You're paying attention to the map. You're paying attention to what's in front of you. It's not easy. Now we move on to very hard. Okay, so very hard. Even more enemies, and even less flexibility. Instead of 750, it's 800, and you've got more enemies to deal with. This is the part. This is the difficulty where they throw everything at you. And no, we're not including the kitchen sink because I know buildings that have it in there. So, more enemies, same course by the way, but bottom left, it's 800. Even when you're at max speed, which is 1030, you're barely over 200 kilometers an hour above what you need to be. The only time you can get away with the danger 321 sequence is that if you cross the line before it expires. That's it. So keep that in mind, okay? You see, I'm just giving him a wide berth so I don't lose speed. This corner I used to fail at frequently because I didn't know how to quick turn. Once I figured out quick turn, it was fine. I'm not playing to speedrun here. That's for another stream. I'm playing to ensure completion. That's all. I missed it that time. No matter, it doesn't drop my speed over. It doesn't drop my speed to under 800. Whoa! Where you going? It's not like I got a big bomb on the car. If I go too low, I'm going to explode or anything. It's not like that's a possibility or anything. Whoa, that was too close. That was a safety boost. You saw how close I got down there. I had to boost for safety. Whoa, whoa. JJ, that's enough heart attacks. Stop it! Oh. I think we got through that chapter with my life expectancy considerably shortened. And I get the worst machine as a reward. That's not a fair deal. Well, against all probability and odds, we got through each difficulty of Chapter 6 on the first attempt. Ugh. That's the wrong menu. Right, back to the store, back to the items, and get the next chapter. The F-Zero Grand Prix. If you got, maybe next time I play GX I should have a heart meter, but I don't know how to set one up. I know Stamp used to have his heart rate meter when he was doing 99 with the big events. You can just see how much it spikes up. Anyway, now time for the Grand Prix. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contestants. The high-flying medico, Dr. Stewart. The hitman who flies at the speed of sound, Pico. The Japanese warrior, Samurai Goro. The cyborg returns, Mighty Gazelle. The Emperor of Brutality, Black Shadow. And the Bounty Hunter,
Boo!
Falcon. Well, still alive it seems, but I won't miss this chance to make mincemeat of you. Black Shadow, I'll show you. You'll never beat me. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
Alright, so it's Grand Prix time. The big event. You know, that sequence down, you know, in the background there, that's the Hobby Fair edition. Yep. And, well, no, you can argue Crofty or Ben Edwards on that one. I say Ben Edwards, because he does it better. He's more grounded. Anyway, now, Mission 7 is the Grand Prix. So you've got 3 laps around this track, with opponents you should be expecting around about the expert level. Aside from Bloodhawk and Black Shadow, who are tuned and rubber banding. Hey, kicked mine, but we're getting onto that in a different area. Right, so let's jump into it. You know, the funny thing is, as well, when I've been looking back at the cutscenes before I jump back on, is that, you know, those little camera robot things. The game looks as though they're viewing it from their perspective most of the time, which is pretty good foresight. I actually like that. It's like you're there. Anyway, Miss Black Shadow, no matter. So what you need to really do is actually destroy Bloodhawk and Black Shadow. So you have less worries to deal with. Right, let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Not quite what I had in mind. Whoops. So really, you just got to keep your gut. Because I've got Bloodhawk out of the way, it means I don't have too many issues now. Just avoid. Well, that's the easy part. Well, that's the easy one. That's the easy version.
Our champion, Captain Falcon! The F-Zero Committee will now present the champion's prize belt.
Just a shame I don't pay that much attention to detail with the cameras in the epilogue. Uh-oh, someone's been in trouble.
Shadow, you failed again. You good for nothing.
Forgive me, Lord Death. Aye. Sorry, I had to.
Just who are you?
I am Deathborn, the Grand Prix champion of the underworld. Why don't you and I race each other tomorrow? Surely, as champion, you have to accept.
I wonder how much those hospitality things would be worth. It would probably be still less than Silverstone, mind you. I mean, if you looked at the Escapade, you know, that little hotel thing by Baggers and Beckers, that was £41,000 a night. And I'm not joking. It's just why I went general admission. Still got soaked. Still enjoyed it though. So anyway, we're now moving on to the hard version. Same track, more aggressive opponents, faster opponents, with an additional lap. It's the fourth lap in this one. You need to be careful if both Bloodhawk and Black Bull are still on the track. So it is recommended that you KO both of them. You should also notice that this is based on the World Hobby Edition, which was early 2003. Didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get Black Shadow, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Missed. You don't want to be attacking there. I'm definitely not having the best of time in this section, to be honest. Ah! Messed up. We definitely need to do that again. That was me compromising for over-compromising for a bad first lap. So I know what happened. Also, forgot to mention, more mines. That was better. That was a better momentum turbo slide, which is exactly what you need to do on the ice sections. Much better. Just remember, if you don't get Bloodhawk or Black Shadow Elf or both, it makes... Didn't quite get the hit. Yeah, I'm not out of it yet though, because I have to keep this. Gotta keep the speed up. Well, we got it that time round. No. It just comes up as mission failed. Combat Cannon is a good piece, so I give this one some slack. So, why did I say I wanted to be ahead? It's because whenever the fall flap occurs on this on hard or very hard, they will continuously spin attack if you're anywhere near their vicinity. Now, very hard, faster opponents, more mines, more hazards, faster enemies. Black Shadow and Blood Falcon are both OP, and you get 5 laps. This is a throwback, I believe, to the SNES days, where each race was 5 laps. Exactly. And this mission is what breaks our players. This chapter makes or breaks you. This chapter, this difficulty, this separates players who think they're good at the game to those who actually are. And I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, I didn't quite get the hit, but I got a Lee on him. Okay, fine. So this is why it's exceptionally important to get them both off. Got him. That's one part of the journey done. Now to get the other part. Yeah, I'm a bit... Okay, that's fine. I've escaped the worst of that bit, which is nice. But yeah, don't. Ah, I've done it again. Nope. I'll tell you in a minute when I have an opportunity. Yeah, I don't play the NSO version. I try and play original where possible. I'm gonna do that again. Hey, fruit. No, man. Whoa! That was more scary than it needed to be. Definitely doing that again. Yeah, it does. That's why I don't play it. This is on the other method. Of course, this chapter really tests this. As I said earlier, this chapter will test you. Can I hit it this time? Partly. Messed up. Oh, that was risky. Right, I have to try and build a gap here because otherwise Blood Falcon will go for snapping on me. And he did as well. You see, this is why you need to get Blood Falcon and Black Shadow off. Or be skillful enough to try and avoid them in the first place. Yeah, we're doing that again. Yeah, NSO does make it a little bit weird to control because of the way they programmed it. You can actually do that by using a different GameCube adapter, from what I understand. I got caught in somebody else's accident this time round. This is attempt number 5, isn't it? Or 6, one of the two. Nearly! Never mind, he's out. Yeah, but don't join him. Yeah, if you saw that... yeah, if you saw that distinguished machine going off, that was Black Shadow hitting a mine. Oh, you... Sweet! I take it that Gore's not over that I beat him at Red Canyon earlier. I needed to get him off then. I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, chapter 1. Yeah, that is difficult, I gotta admit. Chapter 1 is difficult. It took me quite a number of times for me to get through it today. But yeah, I do see that point. Precision. Yeah, it's quick turns done precisely at speed. That's what it tests. This one, it didn't even attempt on very hard. Good, I've got him. There we go, we got him this time round. So now we just need to get his partner in crime. Without falling off myself. Without falling off myself, preferably. Because once you get Blood Falcon and Black Shadow off, it's fine. You can do it. But I've also got to get this section right. Come. Didn't. I hit the wrong angle or whatever. Ah! And then I hit a mine. The annoying thing is because I got Black Shadow off on that last time, and then I wasn't able to get him off on the second. How many attempts is this now? That was unusual. I think a lot of people just felt that slowdown there. Well, 19 through the 19 and 20, 19, 20, 24, yeah, definitely. Still didn't get it. Still didn't get that right. Oh, buzz off! Yeah, we'll definitely try that again. Nearly. Had to use the spin attack there this time to finish him off, but we did. We've done that. We've done Black Shadow. Now we just need to get this annoying pest. That's acceptable. But really, I wanted to... Oh, this is risky. So long as you get past this lap, you'll be fine. Right. You saw... Oh, don't do that. Jesus. You it. I had it, you know. And then I made that error. Favorite machine. Characters machine used, by the way. Oh, that's a tough one. It's been a while, actually. This machine, for one. I used to use Fat Shark quite a bit when I was in the competitive days. Deep Claw, as well, is a nice machine to use. And a bit of Hyper Speeder. Right. This time... No, I'm not saying this time because we know what happened when I try and predict these. Everything goes out the window. Bloodfang is just that little bit too close. Black Shadow is still in this. Well, it was. Well, the attempt was there. The attempt was tried. Didn't quite happen though. Right, we go again. There we go. That's Black Shadow out of the way properly this time. Now we just need to get this pest. Missed. Didn't even spin a tap that time. Because I had to use my so much boost at that point. We even missed the Momentum Rails, Momentum Turbo side. Yeah. Missed it again. We both took ourselves up. We both took ourselves out. Blood Falcon is meant to be one of the weakest machines in this game as well. Black Shadow is second strongest of the non-custom. Second only to Fat Shark. Which is a huge contrast in comparison. Which is a complete contrast to its X edition. Oh, flip's sake. Hit the... Ah! Idiot. E-grip. It's E-grip he doesn't. It's E-grip. He has B-rated. He has B-rated body, A-rated boost, and E-rated grip. How did I still live that? That's the wrong thing. Sorry, Gazelle, I had to. I actually have to hold back here because I know Black Shadow is going to try and attack me. Spot on! Hey, clip that one, my friends. That was absolutely clinical. Now, make sure you don't fly off. And I didn't even need to boost either. All I did was just, yeah, all I did was just did the momentum. I did a momentum turbo slide into a side attack. We eventually got there. You see a little bit of the Mario Kart 8 knowledge came into that. Just hold back, see what you're going to do, that sort of thing. You spin, I'll just side attack you. Bye-bye, you're gone. And you're going to be banished by Deathborn again. That's taken me the most attempts, by the way. Out of all the chapters I've done, Very Hard on 7 has taken me the most attempts. I think we're talking about at least 15, 16 attempts for that one. Everything else has been under 10. Aside from 2, which was about 12. Right, back to the shop. Actually, here's a good thing. Actually, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the chat while we're having a look, see what I missed. Yeah, you like Blue Falcon because it's balanced through, and Sonic Phantom. Yeah, Sonic Phantom's a fun machine to use as well. I was just a little bit overwhelmed by what was going on in that chapter. I didn't see chat, that's all. Might as well. So I've now bought the Sounds of Big Blue while we're at it. We don't need to worry about anything else at the moment. Right. Okay, back to the story. So now we've won the F-Zero title. We've retained it in this continuity because he won the F-Zero X championship. We've retained it. We've won the F-Zero title, but now we have to meet Deathborn, who is the champion of the Underworld. You know where the fast-talking car salesman from Hercules is from, or the different interpretation of a DC dog. Yeah, that sort of thing. I'm talking about Greek and you're typical, gents. That's why I shout the clip it moment. Did anybody else clip that moment? Honestly, why don't you... Honestly... no, never mind about that. But anyway, we've done it. Ones are 8 now. Yeah, you can go back. Boards are up for 60 days. And if you're on YouTube, it's up indefinitely. Okay, so here we go. Here's the premise of Chapter 8. We have now got to face a Deathborn in a race of... well, survival. And I say survival in the strictest portable terms. So we have now got to face the demon himself, the winner of the F-Zero Grand Prix champion of the Underworld. You know that sort of place where they used to do it when they banned F-Zero Racing in that continuity? Yeah, they did it underground. No, most things go underground if you ban them. But we're not going to go into that one because that's a conversation for a completely different time. Now, I'm going to try and do my best Deathborn impression here. Well, try being the operative word, of course.
I've been waiting for you. Did you bring the champion's belt? Good. Falcon, shall I tell you something before you die? Dark and light, the two great forces which make up our universe. These two universal forces are condensed in each of our belts. Didn't you know? At the moment when the two forces become one, it is possible to seize that power. Then I could turn this whole galaxy into a pile of ashes in an instant. How I've waited for this moment. The world will fall into total darkness.
Not if I can help it. I'll destroy you yet. Let's go.
Yeah, never do that again. Okay, so Deathborn. This is a difficult track, and you've got very little room to maneuver. You've got mines, you've got lava, and you've got an immortal person trying to, well, take you down. That is if my voice can take it, of course. So this is the equivalent of Firefield. Oh, thank you. Right. 3 laps, avoid Deathborn, get ahead, and stay there. How hard can it be in Top Gear logic? Right, you can actually use the mine to get additional speed, but to be honest, I don't feel comfortable enough doing that. So, I'm going... Alright, we'll just do it here. So what I did there was clear out the necessary mines. When I say necessary, ones are blocking your way. It's best to do this on the non-boost laps because you can always regain your energy and it will help you later on. See, I'm using the booster. I'm using the mines because it gives you a boost. Whoa, don't flip. Yeah. Yeah, the lava eats your energy, so be aware. That was a bit close. You can actually shift boost off there. Whoa. If you... Whoa, my control stick's stuck there. Yeah, that was sloppy, but we did get through. Yeah, but I've never actually managed to get the KO in any capacity. Alright, here we go.
No! No! It can't be! How can I lose? No!
Oh, hello, cat. I know it sounds hammy. It sounds completely hammy.
Evil forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.
We still got to do this 2 more times though. Looks like a cat needs attention. So give it a couple minutes, sort the cat out, be back. Right, always feed your pets. Okay, so now we're going on to hard. Time for the hard edition. So, the difference here with hard. More mines, Death one's a bit more aggressive, and another lab. So we're doing 4 labs for this. I think my control stick needs a bit of lubrication. It is sticking a bit for some reason. Right. Here we go. I wanted to try and hit that mine, but... yeah, that one, definitely you need to hit. Don't bother about going for Death One on the first lap. He will just eat you for breakfast. Just focus on clearing the mines on your line. Remember, I'm not doing speedrunning. I'm doing this. Remember, I'm not doing a speedrun in mind. I'm doing this with completion in mind. There is a big difference. Maybe some people may be wondering why I'm not doing speedrunning tech. I'm not. The context of this stream is to get through the story mode, not to try and do it as fast as possible. That's for another time. Once I've learned everything. Once I've learned enough about the story mode again, then I'll be able to do the speedrunning side of it again. Yeah, yeah, does anyone else find that thing a little bit straight? Oh, shit. There is no final lap music, by the way. Was that it? And more Dreadforce parts. Well, I'm not repeating that one again. But honestly, I don't... where I am at right now in my skill level, it's... Yep. It is... Well, if we get through... Well, actually, let's run through the mission again. More mines than they were on hard. Deathborn is faster and more aggressive. And 5 laps. Okay, so here's the thing with F-Zero GX's story mode difficulty. Normal will get you into it slowly. Alright, and then hard, we'll make it a little bit more difficult. And then very hard, we're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at you. I think that's the only way you can describe it. Everybody in the chat, is that an accurate description on story mode? You can actually get ahead of Death Run on the first app with this. But I'm choosing... Well... I'm choosing not to. I missed that mine. That's not going to help me. Oh, I have to keep an eye on my energy level there. Don't do that. Right, that's one hard part done. Now we've got to do it another 3 times. Well, that's one hard part done. Now we've got to do it an additional 3. That's fine. I've managed to get rid of it. And I wasn't driving that quickly to worry. I did that just to get rid of it. I remember the speedrun in 2014, I think it was, where Crazy Gaming Nerd, one of the best players in the game and the best player in Norway, waited about 30 odd seconds or somewhere along those lines for Death Run to get away and still managed to win on the last lap. The only thing that's stopping me at the moment is myself. Clean as you like. And you say that difficult? Did you say that chapter was difficult? That was first attempt on every single... That was first attempt on each difficulty. I guess we'll take it. So, 6 and 8 are my best chapters so far. Both chapters done on my first attempt. So, after Deathborn has perished 3 times, it's now time to move on to the final chapter. The creators. With chapter 8, you get a pretty bad machine as well. You really want me to do this, don't you? Okay, so here we are. This is the finale. Enter the creators. We have the Ultimate Champion's belt in hand. Falcon thinks he can relax, but we're talking about a belt here that is just combined with the main and the underworld. Surely this is not going to be peaceful, is it?
Falcon.
Falcon, where? Look, I'm over here, Falcon.
Who are you?
Ha 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 ha! We are the creators!
Talking about?
We created the whole world. What a surprise! You beat Deathboard, our best creation.
Best creation.
To
So, it was you who set up everything. But why?
tell you the truth, there are no universal forces. Now you have become the champion of the 2 Grand Prix. We'll take out your soul from your body and turn it into our creation. Are you ready? Come off it. You think you can beat me? No way! No. There's a difference between cocky and confidence. Cocky is when you try and put up a bravado, but you can't back it up. Confidence is when you can put up a bravado and live up to it. Falcon is the latter. Okay, so I do have a brain. Okay, so we've got a warless track, the only one in the game. In a strange dimension. Yeah, alright, I know, go. Okay, so the objective here, should you choose to accept it, is to beat the Staff Ghost. Well, we don't want them taking your spirit away and turning you into their creation now, do we? Nah, it's not a good look, is it? So, as we say, this has got no wall. No walls whatsoever. Oh, slip of the finger. Yeah, make sure you have dry thumbs while you're doing this, because otherwise you will have a me moment just there. This is exceptionally tight. No, it's not Rainbow Road, it's Phantom Road. But yeah, the principle's the same. It's the final level. Whoop. It doesn't matter how you do it, but so long as you are ahead of the Staff Ghost at the end of the 3rd lap, you win the mission. This chapter, just like number 2, is notorious for shift boosting, but because it's warless, I'm not going to take that opportunity to do it. The objective is completing rather than showing off. That was a bit too far. You can do a massive jump off there. Cat, please! Alright, if my guy bad driving is not going to do anything, the cat certainly will. Now, with each difficulty, the Staff Ghost, the Rival Ghost, will become faster. So this one, I believe you have to be under 2 minutes 35 in order to succeed in the mission. The next one is about 2 minutes 27, and the finale is just over 2:20. And that is actually in the data. So while I'm being methodical and safe here, I need to be faster on the next. Levels. I mean, they're just creators at the end of the day. Because we've completed story mode, we get Darth Schneider. Just a word of warning. Anything we do now will either be parts and machines. Doesn't matter the difficulty. I need to let the cat out. Cat's going out because she's rubbing on my feet and I don't want her distracting me. Okay, so cat has now been evacuated. So the cat has now been let out. We can now continue. So as I was saying, because we're on the final chapter, we can now start unlocking the remaining machines onto the hard difficulty. So there's not really much changed. The track's the same. Everything on the track's the same. You the same. The only difference here is that the ghost is faster. That's the only difference. It must have been a pain for the development though, just to try and do a ghost that that can be beaten on normal, hard, or very hard. So remember, I have to be under 227. You know what, I would have actually preferred if it was Rainbow Road instead of Phantom Road, because this is a little bit I gotta admit, those cubes like that, it makes the level a little bit disorientating. That was a little bit closer than I would have liked to have wished. So boost where it's safe to do so. Okay, so because we've done all the chapter levels, all 9 chapter levels on hard, we get the last AX machine, Magic Seagull. I did actually have a soft spot for this one. And now we've got even more parts. Count your money, goodbye. Oh yeah, because it was a Sega Nintendo developed game, yeah. I always was about to say Nintendo can't sue themselves, but then I've realised because this was a collaboration between Sega's Amusement Vision and Nintendo, that's why they couldn't use it. So I almost said something completely stupid there. Alright, hopefully for the last time. No, I can't do the same voice again because it's doing my voice in. Hmm?
Look, I'm over here, Falcon.
Who are you?
We are the creators.
What are you talking about?
We created the whole world. What a surprise! You beat Stanford was our best creation.
Your best creation? So, it was you who set up everything, but why?
Tell you the truth, there are no universal forces.
What?
Now you have become the champion of the two Grand Prix. We'll take out your soul from your body and turn it into our creation. Are you ready?
Come off it. You think you can beat me? No way. They were probably... they would turn him into their creation. They would turn him into his... They would turn him into their creation. So, no changes again to the track. No changes to the machine that you're driving. It's just the South Coast is now that bit faster again. This one, you need to be under 2 minute 20. So the target is 2 minute. So target is anything under 2 minute 20 to succeed. You get the idea by now? Let's go. I didn't quite get that right, but it did give me a little bit of an extra speed, which is good. That was the objective, of course. Oh, that was just down to me being stupid. Yeah, that one was just simply down to me being silly. I tried to go for the speed run tactic, and unfortunately, I messed it up. It happens sometimes. Even though I said to get completion in mind, sometimes it's better to do speedrunning tactics to give you a little bit more leeway. That did not work. Yeah, this run is not as... Yeah, this run is actually quite a bit slower than what I did earlier. It's definitely... It feels slower. But I've not played this one well at all here. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's the psychological pressure because the staff goes is faster than previously. It's about 7 seconds quicker. That's what it comes down to. It's the mind. It's telling yourself. It's telling you how much are you willing to risk in order to get ahead. How much are you willing? How much do you want this? How much do you want to complete this? That is what it's telling you. Yeah, that didn't work either. Whoop! That was actually a shift boost there, which I didn't want. Yeah, I'm definitely cutting it a bit fine here, aren't I? I don't have as much boost as I would have liked there. I would have preferred a full energy bar. I mean, huge props to whoever speedruns this, because this is a shift boost centric track, and you've only got one frame to do it in, as we all know, one frame to get it right. If you're out of that range by frame, your run is effective. Your run is either effectively or definitely over. And we are done. 45 tickets, all chapters complete. Groovy Taxi, the last of the AX machines. That is our last machine. We have unlocked all the machines now. We've done the 10 AX machines, which are available through X, and we've also got the Dart Schneider. So you can buy 26 of the machines from the shop, but then you have to unlock the 10 AX machines plus Dart Schneider through story mode. And Groovy Taxi, if you've done everything correctly, will be your last machine. No! Falcon comes out of that world triumphant. Now he can finally relax. You can't see his face. All this earth in its all shine for away. There's only one and he travels the day. Are they the very same tale we drink from one well? A common life spring. Captain Falcon will always be there, sending evil forces of darkness beneath. You and my old paper juice on your lunch. What a stupid line that is. Falcon will be unleashing the Falcon Punch. Smash, 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 Bros reference. Thank heaven he's on the right side. Oh, as there be nowhere hide. Captain Falcon will always be found. Hot on the trail, tracking villains down. Hear it out, Captain. 3 cheers for Falcon. The heart is 0. Cloudy type is 0. Heart kept 0. Heart is 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 0. T12 0. Heart type F0. Heart type F0. Well, we've done story mode. Well, it took us about 2.5 hours to do the whole lot, but we did it. A few questionable attempts, a few over the bit. But yeah, we did it. Just show you I did it. All just going through everything we've done. Very hard on Gore, I almost failed. And challenge ability chain on hard, very hard, I almost failed. There we got Jody. Yeah, if you want to find out how close this was, James, look back at my stream. Because I only just did a big squeezing of it. Chapter 6. The only trouble I had was very hard, and we all saw that. 7, well, that first 2 were fine, then very hard. Yeah, it can break a player. It didn't break me, though. Champion's Belt. That was surprisingly the easiest mission. And finale, it is easy. Once you know what you're doing. The only reason I didn't do it my first attempt or very hard was because I was trying to be clever. That's it. Oh, what to do, what to do. So yeah, we've done the objective. Alright, let's have a look and see. What else do we have? Do we have anything on the item front? No. Do we have anything on the custom pass? Yes, we do. And quite a bit. We got a lot of shopping to do. Yeah, I locked the AX Cup earlier. You just missed it. Because you unlock the AX Cup when you've purchased all the tracks. The only one I haven't done yet is Sonic Oval, and that's when you win. That's when you complete the AX Cup. So I've still got to do that, which is tomorrow. I'm doing Master of Cup runs tomorrow on whichever machine I think about. I think I'm going to start with the original 4, and it's going to take time. So I think I will only be restricting it to 3 machines, 2 or 3 machines, depending on how things go. I mean, each run will take about an hour and 20 minutes to do. I've been told. Oh yeah, 100% Falcon first. But because I've got all the other machines, I don't know whether I should do it. Yeah, I don't have enough tickets to buy all of them at once. I need 220 tickets, and I'm 240 tickets even, sorry, to get all that. But I'm going to try and do it with the original GX cars if possible. Then I'm going to move on to the AX. So what I'm essentially going to do, enough explained, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the machine screen. So the idea here is to go through one line, next line, next line, next line, leaving Crazy Bear and Black Bull as the final machines. That's the plan. Hey, I used to play this when I was younger. It's really because it's... The only reason I picked it up again was because of boredom of other games. I mean, GT7's not having the best daily races again. I mean, it's the same old again. It's the 3rd week in a row that I've not... It's the 3rd week in a row where it's the races that were telling me that this is not to do it. And Mario Kart World, for me, online, is just not worth it. And anything else... Because... And Mario Kart World, it's just meh online. I don't particularly enjoy it. It's just too much going on at once. And also the mechanics. I know it's an excuse because I haven't done any time attacks. But even if I did time attacks and beat all the staff ghosts, I still wouldn't feel like I would go out of my way and do the racing. Sorry if it sounds annoying, but... Oh, I didn't buy the... Oh yeah, but it did. So I just bought a lot of, things. Yeah, that's what... If you force yourself... Here's how I see it. If you force yourself to play a game that you don't want to play, you've already lost the battle. Because that affects you and affects your viewership who see you play. Because ultimately, as a streamer, you're presenting yourself in a context where other people can see you. So if you're not being the best version of yourself, without a good enough reason to do that, you're ultimately going to lose out. And I feel that way if I'm forcing myself to play Gran Turismo 7 and Mario Kart World at the moment. And that's what I think a few people forget that, in a way. Don't force yourself to play a game that you don't want to play because that's where the viewership is. But on the flip side, don't force your viewers to view a game that they don't necessarily want to see you play. It's got to be a balancing act when it comes to streaming. Play a game that you enjoy and your viewers enjoy, but do it at a pace that is sustainable. Well, Missa, well, he's well known for F-Zero 99 and he plays that game frequently. But he's got the stamina because he's much younger than me to be able to do those sort of streams. I am quite a bit older than a lot of other people. Yes, I've still got the skills to keep up with the younger generation, but I can't do it for as long a period of time as they can. So that's where the balance for me comes into it. Which is why I limit myself to 3-hour streams a day. Right, let's have some... Right, now we've completed the chapters, let's have some fun with the speedrunning aspect. Honestly though, I think what I'm saying... Well, you take it with a grain of salt because each player, each streamer is different. Whatever works for me isn't going to work for somebody else. So just take it as a grain of salt, use it as a piece of advice, and just understand it. Understand where that person's coming from. It's a bit like a time, actually. Well, you know when I was doing a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream, one of the last ones, we had Nico, you know, the Peach player, the Danish Peach player. She jumped in at one point, and she was going through what was going to be a big drastic change, a sibling change. And I was able to talk through it using my experience about what's going to happen, what's going to change, and not to be afraid either, because change in the way that it's supposed to be done can actually be good. That's not quite fast enough. Yeah, it was a bit... Well, it wasn't bad personal. It was just... There was going to be a change in her life that she was going to be scared to adapt to. And, well, really, because of me being an... yeah, I'm guilty of it sometimes. The fear factor. The change factor, the fear factor. I'm guilty of that at times. And it only gets worse when you're older. Well, that's my theory of it anyway. Okay, so that's under this camera. Okay, so that's just for context, my PB on this on non-snaking is about 50.8. I do want to. Oh, that's the wrong difficulty. Don't want to do that. If you select the wrong difficulty, you just press the B button. It'll take you back to the menu. And you can do that as well when you're in debriefing and in the settings screens. If you've selected the wrong mission, it gives you 3 chances to go back to the menu. For in the context of Nico, it was because it was a new addition on the way, not on her side, but on her sibling side. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I'm getting closer to my PB. I'm only half a second off now, I think. No, unless that's a different difficulty. Let me just... There's start button. I need to double check to see what my PB is. But I'm definitely getting faster. Actually, I'm about a second off. I'm about a second off, but we are definitely getting closer. My best on here is actually a 50.4. Which is one of the faster non-snake times. You know, on Cyberscore, which is the website I still occasionally submit times for when I do the competitive side, they used to have a split between open and non-snake. They're in the 40s. Low 40s, low 40s, high 30s. So around about 10, 30, anyway, so about 14, 15 seconds quicker. Yeah, that was a bad lap. That was a bad final lap. I'm not quite where I used to be. I have lost time since I played this game frequently. But that's understandable because this is only my second day back after a 5-year period of not playing it. Looks like that's just stopped working, hasn't it? Oh yeah, 100%. Which is why I haven't gone in with the objectives of being, I want to be as fast as I used to be so early on. That just drains you out completely, and it's not a good idea. I think the way I can be faster is that if I hit the sides. Even though I collected all the capsules, it's actually too slow. It's actually slower to pick up all the capsules in 2 laps than it is to try and save it on the last lap. That's not ideal. It's because I don't have enough. It's because I don't have enough energy for the last part. You see, you're doing an energy balancing act. Yep, I hit that in the bomb. Yeah, I hit that in the wrong place. You do actually need to hit those in the middle. That can happen. It will jump out the air sometimes, and you will not get the. You can jump out the air, and it won't actually do the momentum rail turbo side. Do you remember what I said about the momentum rail turbo side? Only useful on the final lap. I also, last time I did GX on Friday, I had Mengs come in as well in the chat. Yeah, Mengs, I had Mengs come in the chat briefly as well. Pleased to see some GX action. That is so close! You see, it's the same problem again. Didn't quite hit the side. Yeah, I'll only do a few more minutes of this. Follow me. Right, let's go. Yeah, it doesn't work. You see, I tried to do the momentum rail side at the last corner, but Falcon has just got too powerful grip to make it work. You know, if you remember back when Twitch changed its highlight sequence where you couldn't have any more than 100 hours, speedrunning.com have actually outlawed Twitch VODs as proof. They have to be on... They can still be done on YouTube, but they can no longer be accepted on Twitch. That is actually a legitimate rule. That's my best app so far. Yeah, we're still about 4/10 off. Yeah, no, actually, we're 6/10 off now. So, yeah, so we are getting better. It's just finding, you're now getting to the period, yeah, about 7/10 off still. But you're getting to that period now where you are just going to frustrate yourself and just try and find time. You can do fine on the first part, like find the time to get you to clear the levels, but when you try and get closer and closer to the record, that's where it starts to wear you down. That's where it starts to get you frustrated, because you know you're that close, but you're just not there yet. Right, let's try chapter 3 for a couple of tries, and then afterwards we'll call it a night. So for me, my best time here is 1:18. Yeah, I still don't think I quite got the settings right for that. It does have a few moments of iffiness. Nothing major, but you can still feel it. And it only happens on certain areas. Yes, that's the hit on which I needed. That's not. What you're supposed to do there is actually cut a... Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the way I wanted to do that. That's not the best stuff I've ever done in my life, but it... Yes, I got it! First time, too! No, I can't do it. You have to get the angle absolutely spot on for that. And I say spot on because if you don't end up on the left-hand corner, you will actually crash out because it will say you've taken too many shortcuts, you've missed a few checkpoints. So that's why you have to be precise. Yeah, you saw what I tried to do there. If you cut the corner, you get a shift boost. Cut it too finely, you're off. Yeah, you see, I did it. Wait, you see, I did it a little bit too early on the second part. I was too far to the right. It's because of the 100-hour... It's because of the 100-hour highlight rule. That's it. That's all it's down to. Because there's no guarantee that you can keep that up forever. There's no guarantee you can keep it up. It's going to stay up there forever. Now, runs like that are archives for a lot of people. People use it for their history. People use it for history videos. You know how you're summoning your Salt videos does Super Mario Bros. For just speedrun history videos. Oh, that's not quite right, is it? So yeah, so if you can't use it for that. Because you can easily make an improvement or do a better time in another game, but you then have to make that decision, or do I get rid of my world record run and just to try and do something which I've not done before? Do you see what I'm getting at here? YouTube though is on there indefinitely. Unless you close your channel, the video gets removed for copyright. Unless your channel gets removed, you close it, or the video gets removed because you've somebody doesn't like it, or you've breached a copyright or something. Yeah, I can't do it on the second one though. A music vision logo there, you just noticed. I tried to do the rails. I tried to do a slide into the jump to give me more height. There we go, we got the hit. Ah, too far. Ah, too far to the right. Too far to the right. Do you see now where I'm trying to get at? I mean, if you download the Twitch highlight and then upload it to YouTube, that's actually accepted so long as you haven't made any changes. So long as the highlight footage is like for like. Yeah, time to dip. Yeah, catch you later. Go on this again tomorrow. Where's GP stuff? I might call it time soon anyway. Yeah, I'm taking it a little bit too tightly now. Yeah, I'm taking it a bit too tightly, taking too many liberties now. You know what? I actually got it, but I got too close to the wall. I did actually get that. Close. I did get there, just too far to the left. But if I'm too far to the right, you can't succeed it. You can't make it succeed. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not happening tonight. Oh, well, but I've done the main objective. I've done what I had to do tonight. Which is fine. Whew. Yeah, I've done what I had to do tonight. I've done what I needed to do. I've done my objective, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to call it there as well. If you have enjoyed today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all if you're watching on YouTube. Memberships are also available, so please do check that out. And if you're watching on Twitch, please do consider following me. Okay, so you get notified whenever I go live. And you get channel points, you get emotes. that sort of thing. And you get to chat with this lovely person. And also, if you like, if sometimes your advertising wars on Twitch can be a little bit iffy, if you like to avoid the advertisement war, collect even more emotes, and also increase your channel point takeage, you can subscribe via tier 1 or above, or Amazon Prime. Remember, with Amazon Prime, you need to make sure you renew it every 30 days because it will not renew for you. Twitch, you can set it up as a renewal every 30 days, or every month, whichever comes first. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow, we're back on episode GX, and we are going to be doing some Master Cup runs. So that's your Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, and AX Cups. The objective tomorrow is to try and go through as many machines as I can. Go through with the original 4 machines, say like your Blue Falcon, say your Golden Fox, Fire Stingray, Wild Goose, and Blue Falcon. So that is all tomorrow at 7:15. And until then, have a very good night, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Good night, everybody.